Welcome to Charlotte Motor Speedway for the second of 3 NASCAR Hot Wheels Cup Series Season 1 postseason race. We have 8 cars remaining at this point, and after today, we will lower it down to 4 cars and have our championship 4 set for next week at Miami. Your 8 cars are lined up and ready to go. Let's go ahead and take a look at your 3 drivers to watch here as we head into Charlotte. Our first driver is the 78 of Martin Truex Jr. He's been real good at the mile-and-a-halfs all along. All season long. He had a win earlier this year in Texas, and despite a poor performance last week, he should rebound nicely. Then it's your Daytona 500 winner, the 18 of Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch has only 1 win on the season and hasn't won since the Daytona 500, but he has a couple of top 5s and looks to solidify himself in the Final 4 here today. And your third and final driver to watch is last week's winner, and the week before that, he won. It's the 48 of Jimmie Johnson. Coming off back-to-back wins at Bristol and Texas, he looks to continue his dominance here at Charlotte. Let's go ahead and take a look at the track. It is considerably shorter than it was earlier this year. This is the second time we've raced Charlotte. The regular season race at Charlotte Motor Speedway is the longest race of the year. It is not so at this point. We've shortened it by about 15 feet, so it's about 10 feet long. Let's go ahead and take a look at the race format. Here's all you need to know about qualifying for the Final 4. If a driver that is not Jimmie Johnson wins today, that driver is automatically qualified for Homestead, just like Jimmie Johnson is. Jimmie Johnson won at Texas. He's in Homestead. There are 3 spots remaining. You can get those spots by either winning or by points. So if Johnson were to win again today, the top 3 in playoff points after Johnson would advance to Homestead. If a different driver were to win, that driver along with Johnson would advance, and the top 2 in points would advance along with them. Here's a look at the playoff standings as of now. Joey Logano and Kevin Harvick look to have a stronghold on those 2 playoff points positions. Everyone below them would probably need a win to advance to Homestead. Anyways, let's get going. Here, along with Stage 1, the 1 seed will face the 8 seed, the 2 seed will face the 7 seed, and the 3 seed will face the 6 seed, etc., as it has been all season long. Here's a quick preview of your first round matchups. We got a Hendrick Motorsports matchup between the 48 and the 24, and it looks like Joey Logano will be taking on Dale Earnhardt Jr., who is in his last Hot Wheels NASCAR Cup Series season, even though it's only his first season. Whatever. Here we go. With Stage 1, it's Chase Elliott, the 8 seed, versus the 48 of Jimmie Johnson, who has already advanced to Homestead, Miami. Chase Elliott needs a win here in Stage 1 if he wants to make the chase. We're off. Elliott with the early lead. Johnson comes back and takes the win. That will effectively end Elliott's season, as he will finish 8th overall. Elliott got the early lead, but Johnson came storming back on the outside there with a great run to take the win. The 48 is headed to Stage 2. He has been dominant the last couple of races and is continuing that trend here today. Now we have the 22 of Joey Logano taking on the 88 of Dale Earnhardt Jr. We're off. Logano in the outside lane. Earnhardt gets the jump. Logano comes roaring back there in the outside to take the lead. It looks to be there's more traction in that upper lane, as you can see. Despite the fact that the cars in the left lane are getting the jump, in the right lane, the cars are getting great runs, allowing Joey Logano to pass Earnhardt Jr. for the win. He is headed to Stage 2 here at Charlotte and continues to dominate the playoff points battle. Now we have the 4 Kevin Harvick versus the 18 of Kyle Busch. 2 powerhouses. Both are sort of on the cusp of getting into the playoffs. Harvick is in. Kyle Busch is out. That's right down to the wire. Let's take a look at that on replay. Kyle Busch got the early jump, and it looks like he just managed to hold on. He gets the lead, as you can see there, as they cross the finish line. He is just ahead of Harvick by a hair, so the finish line in this case is wrong. The ruling has been overturned. Kyle Busch is your winner here in Stage 1, defeating Kevin Harvick. Now we have the 78 of Martin Truex versus the 21 of Ryan Blaney, a veteran versus a youngster. Let's see who's advancing to Stage 2. Truex in that outside lane, and it looks like Truex is going to get the win over the 21 car. The 78 got the jump and managed to hold on to it the whole way throughout to defeat the 21 by a wide margin there, almost half a car length, which on such a short track is a big deal. Let's go to Stage 2. We have 2 matchups, the 48 versus 78. That's been a rivalry all season long. And the 22 versus the 18, which has also been a rivalry all along. We've seen epic battles at Bristol. We've seen battles at Daytona between some of these cars. The 48 and the 78 have faced off at Bristol. They faced off at Texas earlier this year in the final stages. Now they face off in Stage 2. A win is on the line. Here we go. Johnson gets the early jump. He'll hold off Martin Truex for the win. He's headed to stage 3. The 48 is unstoppable right now. There is nothing you can do about it. Not only does he get the jump, but he outpaces the 78 down that back stretch to hold on to the win. The 78 wasn't able to generate a run like other cars have been able to do in that outside lane today. Now we have the 22 of Joey Logano versus the 18 of Kyle Busch. We've seen these cars battle out at Talladega and Daytona, the plate racing tracks. Here we go at Charlotte. Logano gets the jump. Logano holds the lead. Logano gets the win. He's headed to stage 3. Kyle Busch really couldn't do anything about it. Logano beat him out of the gate, and you're not going to be able to make up much ground on that inside line right now. Joey Logano is heading to stage 3 along with the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. So here we go with stage 3. We got 2 cars. If Logano wins, he's automatically through to the chase with a win. However, he'd be the 1 seed over Johnson because he has more playoff points. If Johnson were to win, he'd be the 1 seed for the final race at Homestead, and Logano would be the 2 seed. Logano's already through on points. Logano is in the chase at this point. The only question is who's going to win and take that 1 seed. Winner will be the 1 seed in the playoffs. We're off. It's neck and neck, and it's the 48 of Jimmy Johnson holding off the 22. Logano is pretty even on the start, but that outside lane is just a bit faster, and Johnson makes it 3 straight wins, winning here in Charlotte, and he will burn it down. He has a chance to sweep the playoffs if he is to win at Homestead, Miami next week. So he's won at a variety of tracks. Now Bristol, first Bristol, then Texas, and now Charlotte. He'll celebrate in victory lane for the 3rd straight week. Absolutely incredible run from the 48. He's unstoppable. He's got all the momentum he could want heading into next week's race at Homestead, Miami. 3 other drivers have made the chase as well. We revealed that Logano is one of them already. He is in on points, but 2 others will still make the cut on points, and the final 4 will be eliminated due to not scoring enough to advance. So let's go ahead and take a look at your 4 final chase drivers for next week's race at Miami. Of course, it's the 48 of Jimmy Johnson taking over that 1 seed for next week. He advanced on wins. He won both races at Texas and Charlotte. Advancing on points and becoming the 2 seed is the 22 of Joey Logano, the first Ford we've seen. The 3 seed, despite losing in the first stage today, it is the number 4 of Kevin Harvick, the second Ford that's advanced. He advances on points. And the 4th and final chase driver is the 78 of Martin Truex Jr., who has 1 win this season. He is the only Toyota to advance. 4 drivers were eliminated. The 88 of Dale Earnhardt Jr., the 24 of Chase Elliott, the 21 of Ryan Blaney, and the 18 of Kyle Busch. Unfortunate end to Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s short yet sweet NASCAR Hot Wheels Cup Series career. Kyle Busch, a veteran, just misses the cut. He misses that 4th seed by 4 playoff points. Great runs for Chase Elliott and Ryan Blaney, both youngsters. They performed great in Season 1 and will look to continue that momentum next season. But as of now, your 4 drivers heading into Homestead, Miami are Jimmy Johnson, Joey Logano, Martin Truex, and Kevin Harvick. We'll see you all next week. Thank you so much for watching, and that's all for now. Peace.